No, I don't worry. I tell you, I'm a man who believed that I died 20 years ago, and I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
Just then, the gunfire went off, and his hand was up. I remember this. I turned around quickly, and the next thing I saw was Malcolm falling back in a dead faint.
Well, we have 2 suspects in custody now.
Where were they
who
arrested?
fired the shot?
I wouldn't know that at this time.
50 years ago, Malcolm X was gunned down inside Manhattan's Audubon Ballroom. He was 39 years old. Today, the legacy of Malcolm X remains polarizing. It's as celebrated as it is disputed, and one that's often muted when compared to other civil rights leaders of the 1950s and 60s.
That we as a people will get to the promised land.
But underneath the fire that still overpowers perception of the man was an essential voice that continues to manifest itself half a century later.
And bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary.
Malcolm X spoke with a frankness the likes of which America had never heard before, at least not from a black man.
This is a segregationist, racist government that's controlled by people from the South.
It reaffirmed a sense of value and importance for a community that had long been force-fed the falsity of their second-rate citizenship. If Martin Luther King Jr. imbued black America with the right to equality, then Malcolm X inspired the right to defend that equality. And you can't have what you can't defend.
Any of them who live in areas where the government is not able to do its job, then we do have to get together and do a job of protecting ourselves.
Still, militant, angry, radical. Those are the lasting images of Malcolm X. Those labels are seared into the minds of detractors by his early career rhetoric. A man whose vision for America was anti-American, and whose campaign for civil rights, dismissive of integrative ambitions, starkly contrasted Martin Luther King Jr.'s. But what's lost in all of this is a vigilance, charisma, and leadership that confronted limiting views of blacks and deconstructed ideas about white supremacy.
With the problem of human rights, the problem of recognizing and respecting the 22 million Afro-Americans as human beings.
By the time of his death, Malcolm X had started shifting away from his separatist views, but it was a reinvention destined to be left unfulfilled, leaving behind an agonizing void in American history of what could have been. But the spirit of his fervent activism, his challenge of ideas, still resonates strongly and loudly.
They think that the policeman is there to be against them rather than to protect them.
In a 2015 that leans heavily on lessons from the past to solve problems in the present.